Before this tournament started, Spain were one of the favorites. European champions, deep squad, a young genius on the right wing, the kind of team you look at and think, they could genuinely win this. Then came Cape Verde, a first-time World Cup nation, ranked 65 places below Spain, and a 40-year-old goalkeeper who refused to let the ball in. Spain had 27 shots. They scored 0. Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, went ahead against Uruguay in the 41st minute and held that lead until late in the second half before conceding an equalizer. 1 point. Controlled, disciplined. Tonight, these two meet in Atlanta, and Group H somehow has all 4 teams level on 1 point each. Nobody saw that coming. Here is the strange thing about Spain's opening performance. They did almost everything right except score. The possession was theirs. The chances were theirs. 27 shots, more than any team in the entire first round of matches. And yet the scoreboard stayed at 0. The Cape Verde goalkeeper Vozinha had the game of his life, pulling off save after save. But Spain's finishing was also poor. Shots straight at him. Decisions rushed when composure was needed. What made it worse, Lamine Yamal didn't start. Neither did Nico Williams. Both came off the bench after 71 minutes, Spain's 2 most dangerous attacking players, and they were introduced when the game was already locked up. Tonight, that changes. De La Fuente has confirmed both will start. That is a completely different Spain. Yamal cutting inside from the right, Williams driving at defenders on the left, and Rodri controlling everything in the middle with that metronomic calmness that makes him almost impossible to play around. Spain are not a bad team. They proved that at Euro 2024, but right now their confidence is dented and they need a performance as much as a result. Here is something worth remembering. In 2022, Saudi Arabia walked onto a World Cup pitch against Argentina, the team that would go on to win the entire tournament, and beat them 2-1, one of the greatest upsets in World Cup history. That was not luck. That was a perfectly executed tactical plan. A high defensive line from Argentina, exploited by Saudi Arabia's precise offside trap and devastating counterattacks. Fast forward to 2026, and Saudi Arabia are more organized than ever. Coach Georgios Donis, a Greek manager appointed just 2 months before the tournament, has built a team with a very clear identity. Stay compact, be hard to break down, and when the chance comes on the counter, take it. Their opener proved this works. Uruguay had more of the ball. Saudi Arabia went ahead anyway, with Abdullah Al-Amri scoring in the 41st minute. They only conceded late. A point away from home against a South American side, most people expected them to lose. The downside, almost every Saudi player plays in the Saudi Pro League. The level they face week to week is not comparable to what Spain will bring tonight, but a team that believes in its system and executes it well can always cause problems, regardless of where their players play their club football. On the Spain side, the moment Yamal gets the ball in open space, something is likely to happen. He is 18 years old, but plays with the instincts of someone who has been doing this for a decade. Quick feet, sharp brain, and the kind of confidence that only comes naturally. Saudi Arabia's defensive shape will be tested every time he picks up the ball in the final third. Nico Williams beside him adds a completely different problem. More physical than Yamal, more direct. He runs at defenders rather than around them, and through the middle, Rodri anchors everything. No player touched the ball more for Spain against Cape Verde. He will do the same here, pulling strings, switching play, and making sure Spain never lose control of the game. On the Saudi side, the man to watch is Salem Al-Dawsari, 2-time Asian Player of the Year. Left winger. His pace and technical quality make him genuinely dangerous on the counter, and Spain's fullbacks push forward aggressively, leaving space behind them that Al-Dawsari knows exactly how to exploit. If Spain are careless in transition, even once he could punish them. The battle tonight comes down to one simple question. Can Saudi Arabia stay compact long enough to frustrate Spain, and then hit them on the counter? Saudi Arabia's 4-4-2 drops into a low block and waits. 2 banks of 4, narrow, disciplined, hard to break down. Cape Verde did this to Spain last week, and it worked. Spain, with Yamal and Williams now starting, will try to stretch that block wider, use the wings to pull defenders out of position, then find Oyarzabal or Michael Merino arriving late into the space created. The difference tonight compared to the Cape Verde game, Spain's creativity is back in the starting lineup. 2 players who create something from nothing. Saudi Arabia have fewer hiding places when the ball is moving at speed through Yamal's feet. Spain have won all 3 previous meetings with Saudi Arabia. 9 goals scored across those 3 games. The head-to-head tells a clear story, and with Yamal and Williams finally starting, the finishing problems that plagued the Cape Verde match are unlikely to repeat themselves in the same way. Saudi Arabia will defend deeply and be hard to break down early. But once that first goal goes in, the game opens up. Spain need this win. They know it. The players know it. And Atlanta tonight will feel the weight of that pressure from the first whistle. Saudi Arabia have nothing to lose, and in football, that is never a comfortable position for the favorites to be in.